Kawan-kawan semua, marilah kita sama-sama pergi dekat letter W. What is W? Wonderful experience. Uh, sa- um, I understand semua orang ada wonderful experience with your student. So let's make this wonderful experience in online teaching is more memorable, and inshallah the tips will be given by our asatiza. Tafadhal mashkura.
Okay, looking back at the worksheet, right? Okay, the first tips that we want to share under the wonderful experience is fun learning. Okay, fun learning experience for both teachers and students.
Yes, correct.
How do we do fun learning kalau kita online ni?
Actually, there are many ways that we can do to ensure our lesson are fun. Okay, among the ways is that always have the interaction in between the lesson. Mean the lesson must be in two ways, not just one way, not just you talk and they listen, but instead you talk, you ask, they answer, they give opinions, and that's how the lesson will be more fun lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though it's pre-recorded lesson, just imagine that the student is actually watching you.
Yeah.
Okay, macam student imaginary lah gitu, student tu ada kat depan you. Okay, it doesn't mean that just the laptop and you or the camera dengan you je. No.
Yes,
because why the lesson that you record to actually want to deliver to your students, right? So that's why even though your student tak ada kat situ, absent student actually they are there.
Yes.
Alright. So I believe that fun learning involves two-way communication as well, not just one way. Alright. So the next one, various ways to capture and engage students' attention and interest. Okay. So what are the ways that have you applied on?
I will usually use Q&A session, or I will put in some questions and then they have to answer. Or there are other platforms that actually you can do hangman, you can do anagram, rearrange wording, all this. Actually available online. You may want to look into it. Okay, when you put that into your lesson, they just go to the link and they click and they do, and that's it, you know. And then you will share the result the following in your class group chat or in the following lesson, the video. Yeah.
Yes, I believe also Zai, for online teaching ni is not just slides and also you berbual aja, but also for the younger student, okay, like for the kids and the tweens, maybe having props actually helps a lot.
Correct.
If you do a storytelling, if you provide the props, it's actually divert their attention, okay, not focusing just on you but also to the props as well. Okay, so that's attention and interest of the student. So that's why you must know your audience. Okay, siapa yang you want to deliver. Alright.
Okay. Another just to add on to the point, you know, when you do your pre-recorded lesson, right, whatever that you read or you deliver and is recorded, do not just do it for the sake of recording, but imagining yourself actually talking to your student directly and explaining to them about the lesson. So in that way, your video will appear more effective than you just talking to the screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we are going to give you some example videos that actually capture our eyes. We may actually use that kind of methods in order to improve our online teaching. Okay, let's watch the first video under the kids environment.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to all my friends. And how do you do? Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Miss Monica's Circle Time. How are you this morning? How are you feeling? Well, I'm so happy that you're here today. I'm so excited to do Circle Time with you all. But I think we should start with a morning song because it's morning time. But before we do that, we have to do two things. First, let's make sure our listening ears are on. I think mine are on. Are your listening ears on? Great. Second, let's make sure our looking eyes are on so you can see everything. Everything good? All right. Now let's use our imaginations. Think really hard and pretend that you hear a good morning train coming. Wait a minute. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? I think I hear choo. Chugga, 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 chugga. Choo, choo. Listen. Is that our good morning train? I think it is. The good morning train is coming. How are you? Choo, choo. The good morning train is coming. How are you? Choo, choo. The good morning train is coming. The good morning train is coming. The good morning train is coming. How are you? Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends wearing red. Are you wearing red? Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends wearing, what color? Yellow. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends, all my friends wearing pink. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends wearing, what color is that? Can you see it? White. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends wearing green. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends. Hello, friends wearing black. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends. All my friends wearing purple. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends wearing orange. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends wearing, what color is that? Brown. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends wearing blue. Choo, choo. And we'll say hello to my friends, all of my friends, and we'll say hello to everyone here in circle. Choo, choo. Thank you, everyone, for singing our good morning song. And I'm so happy the good morning train came. All right, bye, good morning train. See you later, good morning train.
So, Saza Aida, can you see the opening there?
Yes, very interesting. Okay, look at how the teacher actually entered the frame using interesting tones
Body
of
language.
voice, and moving around, and also notice the background, the facial expression of the teacher, and also how to say, not monotonous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, when kids being kids, they, you can use your ears. Tadi kan dia guna ears dan sebagainya kan. So that one is very wonderful. Imagine kalau you start your online class like that, okay, for sure your student will be so happy. Betul tak, Ustazah Maria?
Yes, and I usually use this one. Assalamualaikum, kids. So when I do my pre-recording, I will always change certain background like this. Or if you want to share with them about surah, but anything, background is very important. Why? Because you don't like to see your face so as a macam panjang sangat tengok. Mesti tengok muka ustazah je. Dan mesti diorang nak tengok background yang berubah-ubah. Sebab budak-budak dia punya minimum time of focus is very limited. So as a kids, kalau saya menjadi kid, saya nak tengok macam-macam dekat asatiza saya. So I will change background and the intonation and everything. Sama juga macam dalam example tu. So yeah, you can use this background also, asatiza. There's a lot of background you can check also. If you want to share about your student about sungai atau river, you can go to this gambar. Or if you want to talk about gardens, sometimes you play with your friends. See, there's your friend behind me. You can see. You can put their names behind that, so they just, hey, my friend. Or when the Quranic literacy, right, is, you can also share with them this picture, so they will say, oh, this is time for me to listen to the Quran literacy. So mashallah, so that's all from that I can share as being a teacher for kids, inshallah. So take it away, Ustazah Zubaida.
I remember, Ustazah Maria, when you share about how to memorize surah with the kids. Can you share the tips of to memorize surah?
Alright, the surah that I usually use is my hand, because I'm too tall, so I just sit down, use my hand as the as a tool. So like the Surah Al-Ikhlas, I always say Kul Huwallahu Ahad. So you will repeat many times, and as you go, and you will always remember that they don't understand Arabic, correct? So what you have to do is you have to say the name of Allah, the only one God, so they will understand. Oh, this is Kul Huwallahu Ahad. So play with your hands, or even you don't have time to do the tools, you can also use the background behind, or even you can use the animation that Ustazah Aida said. So because kids love that, and bila diorang ingat kita punya gesture of body language, diorang akan remember very easy. So insyaAllah, that's it for
Masya
all of you.
Allah. Okay, Masya Allah, wonderful tips from
Yes,
Ustazah Maria to
exactly.
the kids or the twins, kids, especially kids teachers. Okay, you can use your hand gestures, you can use the song. Okay, you can actually don't be shy to actually express yourself to the kids because kids love expressive teachers. Okay, all right. Next, we are going for the example of twins. Okay, for the twins video, okay, let's watch this one.
Hello, fourth graders. Here's the number 1. It's pretty cool, right? I mean, it is the first number, so that has to count for something. The only thing is, it's kind of small, and today we're going to go big, like really big. Already 1 million! That's right. Hope you're ready for a long journey because today we're going to count to 1 million. And we're starting all the way back here.
366, 367.
This is my friend Kevin, and he's already started
369.
counting. How long have you been counting so far?
About 360 seconds divided by 60, and no, I've lost count. 1,
Okay,
2,
well, Kevin's going to be
3,
counting for a long time.
5.
It would take 2
6,
weeks to count to
7.
1 million. That sounds pretty boring, and it would take way too long for this video. So I want to show you a cool trick about numbers that we can use to speed this up. Everyone likes a shortcut, right? First, we'll need a place value chart.
Whoop.
So here we are with ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. We'll start by placing 1 in the ones column. Now let's begin counting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stop! Okay, here's 9 in the place value chart. But what happens when we add one more disk? When we add another disk, we get 10. And when we have 10 disks, we can bundle and move them on. So now we have 1 disk in the tens place. But look at this. This 1 disk in the tens column really represents 10 ones.
What's up?
So a disk in this column is worth 10 disks in this column. We can say that a disk in this column is 10 times as many as one in the column to the right. 10 times as many is a way of writing times 10. Now what if we count up 10 tens? We bundle. Now we have 1 disk in the hundreds.
What's up?
So when we multiply by 10, we're just shifting everything 1 column to the left. It's like we're taking this 0 and adding it to the end of the number. So what would 100 times 10 be? 100 times 10 is 1,000. We pop this 0 in and move 1 column to the left. Now what if we had this place value chart? 964, and we multiplied it by 10. What is 964 times 10? When we multiply by 10, everything moves 1 column to the left. So these 900s move to 9,000s. The 6 tens move to 600s. And the 4 ones move to 4 tens. Then the 0 squeezes in at the end. 9,640. Awesome. We went from 964 to 9,640 in 1 step. We have got to show this to Kevin.
98, 99, 100.
Whoa, Kev. Take it easy. You just hit 100?
Yeah.
How can we quickly get Kevin from 100 to 1,000? Kevin, check this out. We're going to multiply by 10. That moves us to the thousands column.
Wow.
Well, hang on here. Here we go again. Let's multiply by 10.
Oh.
Whoa, okay. Well, look at this. We made it to the next column, but we've never been here before. This one has no sign. So we've got good news and bad news. The good news, we get to name it. The bad news, we have to name it properly. What do you think this next column after thousands should be called?
Mount Kevin.
Nice try, Kevin. This next column after thousands, where we have 10,000s, is called the 10,000s column. Makes sense, right? To jump to the next column, let's multiply by 10. Hang on, Kevin.
Whoop.
That moved us one column to the left and added a 0 at the end. But now where are we? This peak isn't labeled either. We've had ones, then tens, then hundreds, then thousands, and 10,000s. What do you think comes next? After 10,000s comes 100,000s. Right now we're at 100,000s, and we can see 1 million is one column away. Before we jump up there, can you choose the number sentence that represents the death-defying leap Kevin is about to make? Whoa, we made it all the way from 1 to 1 million in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. But now we're stuck here. How are we going to get back?
999,999.
Whoa. Let's not just count our way down. We multiplied by 10 to move left in the place value chart. So what would the opposite be? How can we move right? The opposite of multiplication is division, and the opposite of left is right. So to go to the right, we divide by 10. So what is 1 million divided by 10? We know in multiplying, we moved one column and added a 0. So now we lose a 0 and move one column to the right. 1 million divided by 10 is 100,000. Keep going, Kevin. This works for all numbers when we divide by 10. What would 9,640 divided by 10 be? 1,000 divided by 10 is 100. 100 divided by 10 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. That's it, all the way to 1 million and back. What do you think, Kevin?
Multiplying and dividing by 10 is a quick way to move up and down the place value chart.
That's right. Multiplying by 10 moves us to the left and adds a 0. Dividing by 10 moves us to the right and slices off a 0.
Now I go to 1 billion.
Whoa, I better go catch him. In the meantime, use what you know to solve these problems. I'll see you at the top. Great thinking.
Okay, for the twins video kan Ustaz Zaida,
Yes.
okay, when we saw that just now, okay, the teacher actually used animation of a figure, okay, a figure of something atau a cartoon ke superhero. I know like macam Flintstone yang tadi okay, so she used that to communicate. Kirakan dia macam communicate, and then that will actually amaze ataupun surprise the twins sendiri, and they will actually focus on the conversation that both of the teacher and also the sample figure to understand more about the lesson.
Yes.
Alright, so basically twins punya imagination dah really high lah. Okay, that's why they really love to play games such as Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite ke apa, because of this involvement of animations. Okay, alright.
So if you're able to insert some animation using their favorite gaming characters or animation characters or anime or any cartoon characters, that will help you to actually capture their attention and understand the lesson well. Yes.
Yes.
And also, when you speak to the twins level, you cannot go down to the kids level, and you also cannot go high up to the teens level. So you must be in between, which is sometimes quite hard to adapt. But you must look for ways that you can capture their attention. One of it is using animation, talking to the cartoon, and the clarity of your voice.
Yes.
And the simplicity of your language also.
Yes, that's right, Ustazah Aida. Mesti ingat, okay, kalau kita berbual dengan twins, jangan tahap sampai kids, because for them it's so boring. They will feel like, why Ustazah still or Ustaz still treat us like kids? Tapi bila kita cakap dengan orang macam in a teenage approach, nanti dia tak faham pula. Alright, so yeah, in the middle way of between kids and teens, okay. Also find out, okay, your class profile. You can just ask your student, oh, what do you actually like? What is your hobby? Okay, try to find all their hobbies, and you can adapt it atau use that their hobbies in your online teaching.
Yeah, and also these twins these days, they are very advanced. They like streaming.
Streaming.
Game streaming.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
I remember one of them orang cakap dia nak jadi YouTuber bila dah besar.
Yes, and trust me, if you ask your students closely, I'm sure they have their own YouTube channels that they do game streaming. Okay, so you may want to use that kind of method in delivering your lesson also.
Yes, okay. Alright, Ustazah Maria, you ajar twins kan? I remember one of your lesson you about chopsticks.
Yes. So I'm kinesthetic.
Yes, kinesthetic. Yeah.
So I like to introduce to my students so they feel that the ustazah in front of them. So I use the activity. Okay, walaupun tak ada red bean, I just use jintan, whatever seat that inside my house have. So I just use it, so make it the class more interactive. Tak kira lah dia twins for, because this is my student is primary 6, so they are just like they like to interact. So dorang nak tahu muka ustazah expression, dorang tak suka yang monoton macam tu kan. Baca je just like all the way. So what I do is that the example is the activity. If they have inside the book ada, dalam lesson plan ada, so you can choose what activity that suits dengan online. So you boleh buat. Memanglah nampak macam kelakar, tapi dia sangat senang untuk nak fahamkan the lesson. So student akan feel, oh ini maknanya patient bila kita nak ambil satu benda, so it's not easy. So bila dekat situ examples are more. So nanti kita in these twins, diorang macam tadilah the asatiza said correct. I agree with them, sebab bila ajar twins ni, you kena fikir macam a way of jangan terlampau kids, jangan terlampau abang-abang. Dia kena tengah-tengah. Jadi dia ada macam happy face, ada kadang-kadang kena strict face kan. So diorang kena balance, sebab diorang dalam dia di antara dia nak daripada alam kanak-kanak nak masuk ke alam abang-abang, kakak. Macam tu. So we have to play with them supaya diorang ni tak rasa yang diorang ni still a kids, or diorang ni dah terlampau faham tentang agama. Okay, so kalau teacher yang kinestetik macam saya, so boleh buat any kind of tools, so macam gunalah apa-apa pun activity for benefit the student, insyaAllah.
Yes, I agree with Ustazah Maria there. Taking example of hands-on activity. If let's say you inside the lesson plan ada hands-on activity, do it with in front of the screen. Tak kisah. You boleh kasih example. So actually the student actually see your effort. Okay, when they see, oh, Ustazah very ada effort Ustaz, wah, very good lah buat our hand-on activity, walaupun activity macam budak-budak kita buat, okay, they will find it like macam, wah, very appreciative to the asatiza. Alright, so yeah, that's one great example. Okay, thank you Ustazah Maria. The next one, we have the video sample of the teens. Okay, let's watch together.
Okay, let me show you guys where I am. As you can see, I'm in our empty classroom. None of you are here, but that's why I'm so glad I can see you there online. I came here because I want to use the whiteboard today. So I'm going to switch over to the back camera. Okay, so now you should be able to see me and the whiteboard and the screen. And let me see if I can play a video. Okay, so this is the formula for falling objects. Oh, hey, nice to see you again. How's it going? Okay, thanks. Hey, could you do me a favor? I'd rather have Google Chrome instead. Okay. Wait, what do I get out of it? Well, I don't know. What do you want? Maybe a lightsaber. Okay, sure. Hold on. Let me get it for you. Where are you going? I think he's gone. Oh, here he comes. What is that? How about that one? You like that one? Yeah, the blue one. Okay. Let's see here. Nice. Maybe I'll keep it myself. Then I'm going to keep this myself. Okay, here you go. Thanks. Okay, step back a little bit, and I'll give you Chrome here. There you go. And get rid of that. Ah, much nicer. Thank you. Okay, so for falling objects... What's wrong? No, wait a minute. How did you do that? Do what? How'd you do that thing just now? That's kind of a secret. I'm going to take a look for myself. Wait, I've always kind of wondered what's behind the screen. Put that back down. I don't want you to see. Hey, stay there. So this is what the real world looks like? Yeah, welcome. Not that impressive. What do you mean? You can't even pause or rewind or fast forward here. Sadly, no. Oh, and that's where the Chrome icon ended up? You just taped it to the whiteboard. I don't think you're fooling anybody. Get that out of here. Hey, what are you doing? I think you belong back where you should be, up there. Okay. Wait a minute. Where are all your students? Online. Hey, were you just playing a laugh track? Yeah, they all had to go home, and so I'm teaching to this sad, empty room, and I wanted it to sound like there were people here. Enough of your awkward questions. I'm unplugging. Okay. Well, if there's nobody here, I'm out of here. Take it easy. Okay, well, good riddance. Oh, we're getting a call.
Hello, students. We sure miss you around here. I hope you're doing okay. And I pray that you're able to overcome any difficulties or challenges you have, including internet connectivity errors. Just push them aside. Okay, hang in there.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and happy April Fools. Oh. Hey, where did that come from?
Okay, for this video, Ustazah Aida, since you are ajar teens and youth, okay, always ajar mereka. Okay, is it related, sama tak similar?
Yes, I amazed with how the teacher do the preparation pre and during the live session. Okay, so compared to the kids and twins, right? The teens level you need to have more preparation than them. If kids are more, then teens need more, but not in terms of props, but in terms of how you want to deliver and to make it more interesting. Example, like he only used himself, and he videoed himself, and then he speak. And if you also notice, this teacher, this lecture, dia punya voice not that interesting pun.
Monotonous voice,
Yes,
but somehow he overcome his weakness with the strength, which is other things. Yeah.
So I think this is one way that you can also take as an example. Use a trendy and creative way to actually approach your teens and know what they are into. Okay, from what I know, my teens one, none of the boys like soccer, which is I'm really speechless. And none of the girls actually like Barbie dolls or but they like cool anime. you know. So it's not cartoon, not like a Pikachu or what. They like anime. So you need to know what kind of anime they are watching. And there's so many things, you know, now online. So when you get to know them, you can actually relate that, also put that into the lesson and then make it into a positive way.
Yes, in other words, with teens, right, jangan takut feedback, okay? Because we can actually tanya, if let's say nama student tu Ali lah, contoh lah. Okay, Ali, how is the session today, our online session today? Do you have any feedback? Kalau if let's say the feedback is like, ustazahnya suara ni lembut sangat, saya nak tidur lah, gitu kan? You have to accept that, okay? And then improve on that, okay? If let's say you feel like your suara memang dah macam gitu lembut, then you have to find other ways to make sure dorang tak tidur during lesson. Okay, so that's how online teaching was lah, untuk improve ourselves. Always receive feedback with open heart and mind. Okay, so that's
and also to add on to that point, you know, the teens students, when they give you feedback and you take it and you improve, they will look forward to see you in the next video.
Yes, because why? They appreciate your effort. Sama juga macam twins juga kan, they appreciate your effort. Kita don't expect them to like, Ustazah, thank you so much for your lesson. No, okay, but by having them constantly or continuously attending the lesson, it shows that they really appreciate you. Okay, kalau kita bayangkan every day atau every week you buat online lesson, and then the attendance going down and down and down, macam sampai tinggal satu orang aja, how do you feel? Okay, so there must be something lacking there that you need to find out why and how you're going to make it better, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, now move on to the youth. Okay, we want to see how the sample of the youth. Okay, Ustazah Maria, you have ada apa experience teaching the teens or youth?
Alright, for the teens, I just for teens yang saya pernah mengajar sebelum ni, kita kalau nak ajar teens ni kena sentiasa rasa mereka tu sebagai seorang teman kita juga. Okay, and after that kita kenakan apa diorang punya favourite dengan apa yang nak kita ajar. Kadang-kadang macam teens one yang saya pernah ajar tentang apa, macam mana diorang nak mencapai apa, orang nak menjadi orang dewasa kan. So macam mana kita punya penyampaian dengan diorang. So through the video is actually really helps lah. Examples macam kalau kita dapat video-video examples pun very good, supaya diorang akan rasa, oh macam ni ke Ustazah, faham tak? Macam-macam kita boleh buat dengan teens, sebab teens ni lebih kita macam dah orang cakap kawan kan, so they will try to understand the situation around them, insyaAllah. So that's all from me.
Yeah, taking the example of Ustazah Maria just now kan about teens, I remember teens ni they don't really like environment yang naggy, atau environment you cannot do that, you cannot do this, all those no, like those semua dia tak suka, dia turn off. Alright, but somehow we must know how to actually benda yang no tu make it like macam kita nak nasihatkan. For example, I know that some teens dah mula kenal hisap rokok, okay, at this age. So as an asatiza, how do we actually want to tell them that okay, it's okay, rokok tu is not a good for your stage lah during that time kan. So how do we approach them is how, dengan cara yang lembut dan sebagainya, kita nasihatkan, okay, as a caring, sort of a caring mother like that, okay, not secara tahu tak in Islam haram lah gini lah, something like that. Okay, if you start with that kind of approach, definitely they will just turn off and turn away from you. Okay, so
need to use a lot of logical dengan dorang, you know, as example for the smoking part, right? Ask them, do you read Bismillah before you smoke? That one will surely get them to think, watch it and then when if they don't, meaning it's not good lah for them. Just example lah.
I mean like we were teens before, right? I mean like all those, sometimes kita tend to do things yang, you know, we feel like, oh, this is adventurous lah, yang kawan-kawan lain buat and all that, but we as an asatiza, we kena guide them, alright, but not ask them to turn away lah, okay? So kita nasihat, you ada problem ke macam ni ke, you know, regard them, as Ustazah Maria said, regard them as your friend, but at the same time lead them to the right path lah. Okay, insyaAllah. Okay, so the next one, let's watch the video of youth, okay?
Hi guys, so before I move on to today's video journal, I just want to quickly select it in that I've also started posting daily on IGTV. So if you're not following me there yet, I'm at @AidaAzlin_, and if you're wondering what's the difference between the videos I post here on Facebook or on YouTube as opposed to the videos I post on IGTV, the videos I post on IGTV are much more raw and spontaneous and a lot more fun. So if you're keen, do follow me on IG and join along on my IGTV adventure too, okay? So now on to today's topic that I briefly want to talk about, and that is the topic of positivity.
Okay, for the youth, alright, it's more about talking about life, alright? For example, in this video by Aida Azlin, okay, you can see the viewers stats there. Okay, 80,000 and then 53,000. Okay, all the videos semua, wow, Masya Allah, receive a lot of viewers. Okay, and I believe that most of them are youth. Okay, for her style is more to, I think youth dia lebih suka honesty. And okay, for Asatiza, when we want to talk something, when we disclaim, we have this disclaimer. Okay, I understand that you are going through of this life, you are struggling with this life, but your life and my life is not the same, you know, that kind of disclaimer. Alright, okay, but somehow macam sometimes kan benda yang orang tu hadapi kita tak hadapi kan, but we want to say, oh, we understand, but actually that's the wrong word to use, because how do you understand that person's punya struggle when we don't really into that kind of situation? Alright, but somehow this disclaimer might actually helps a lot. Okay, so yeah, your experiences are.
For the youth and the older students, right, they are more interested, not knowing how or why, but they are more interested to know how do I overcome certain things in life. And sometimes the topic or the things that they were interested in is very basic, and for us, ini je, but for them it's really important. And if you see in the video, it has no animation, no character, no figures, but it just about her, and then she talks, and she delivers, and that's it. And the tone of voice, of course. Okay, so you need to address every issue that the youth or the upper teens that they want to know. You must really do a deeper research. Not like example, istinja kan. Okay, they all know what istinja is. Okay, so they want to know like how do you do istinja? What's the wisdom behind istinja? That's what they want to know. You know, and if you encourage them to be patient, they don't want to know how to be patient. What's the wisdom behind the patient? So they're more into the wisdom behind things that they are doing in their daily life.
Yes. Okay, and I believe also for youth, right, they love to hear your experience.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. Macam last time I remember when I taught the youth, right, when we talk about our life experience, they really want to listen.
Yes.
Like, because I think they want to relate it somehow. Okay, and then after that they want us to listen their experience pula, and then we give the wisdom macam okay, I understand your struggles and all this. I know I'm not in your position, but somehow toward my experience, I have this kind of sama related dia, tapi something saying this is what I do, and I hope you can do better than me. So it's like sound convincing, and also they will, and actually diorang actually macam tengah fikir tau. Bila kita cakap, they will try to digest and fikir, oh, Ustazah buat macam gini, Ustaz buat macam gini, maybe I should tweak like this, something like that. Okay. So most of the youth like that lah. They love to share their experiences. They love to hear our experiences. Keep talking to them. Keep asking them questions.
We also must be one step ahead of them. And then, in order to do that, you have to do a lot of preparation, a lot of reading, a lot of research, a lot of discussion. Then only you can bring them that topic effectively.
Yes, and also I remember last time kan, macam I dah tua gitu and also last time kan, bila I don't know anything about youth matters, I will just ask my youth. Like macam, do you know this trend lah? Sekarang kan tengah trend about trend term Karen, you know about Karen? Okay, you know kan? Nanti you kena ask your youth. Okay, you don't be Karen lah, gitu, something like that. Macam that kind of lingo kan, macam kita tak faham tau. But we ask them, do you understand about this Karen? I keep always dengar about Karen. Nanti they yang explain to us, and then we learn together. That's how our relationship can be more and be bonded with lah.
Yes, and the youth also, they tend to be more knowledgeable in certain things more than us, especially in IT. There are things sometimes we cannot do, but we just ask them help. They are willing to give you help anytime.
Yes, correct.
That's about the youth lah that I like the most.
Okay, so Namara, you ada apa-apa?
For me, I tak pernah ajar youth lagi, but I think kalau mengajar dekat luar for the youth, I think same with Ustazah Aida juga. They are really want to hear what is your what is your story. From there, they actually want they will ask you apa dia nak relatekan story dia dengan story you selalu. So macam sama juga macam teens, kita kena jadi kawan. Dan kalau youth ni kita boleh buat sampai kita boleh mold dia untuk jadi seorang yang manfaat untuk ummah as a volunteering work and everything. Diorang willingly sebab diorang tahu the benefit from that because diorang rapat dengan kita. So dengan youth ni, youth suka rapat dengan asatiza diorang. So youth ni through the video, right, actually youth is really like to interact in two ways. Kadang-kadang diorang tak suka pun slide sebenarnya. Diorang lebih suka you yang cakap live, macam tu. So as that's what I go through with my youth students. That's all.
Okay, so in summary, okay, we have shared with you the wonderful experience from kids to the youth level. Okay, make sure all the approaches, okay, sometimes we need to read a lot, okay, how to actually gain their trust, gain their confidence with us. Okay, so the methods yang kita gunakan is very important in order to have this wonderful experience. Alright, and I just want to add one more. Okay, when doing the online recording atau online ni, make sure that your handphone is on silent mode. Okay, because my phone just beep. Okay, so I remember. Okay, on silent mode. All those yang buat recording kan, make sure your WhatsApp also silent ataupun you matikan lah, because that's distraction. Okay.
The only distraction is only annoy those who are listening to you. Listening what is that?
Yes, okay. So that's the highlights of the wonderful experience, and I hope you all gain the benefits from that. Okay.
Inshallah.